Awesome. So hi everyone. If we didn't meet already, nice to meet you. My name is Ido, and today we're going to have a webinar that will be focused on A2A, Amazon to Amazon flips, OOS, which is the out of stock section, and the CSV scanner. Uh, Good morning, wherever you are in the world. If it's a morning, if it's a noon, good morning to everyone. So I will start with a general explanation what is Nepeto if you are new to Nepeto. And then we will start. If someone have any question, so I have two screens. This is the Nepeto screen and this is the chat. So if you have any question, you can write and I can see it immediately, or you can just unmute yourself and speak. Awesome. So in general, just a 5 minutes general information about Nepeto, and then we will start. So Nepeto is a sourcing software. We scan the internet 24/7. We scan all those suppliers all the time in loops 24/7, and we find deals that you can buy from them and resell on Amazon with a profit. Now, in our database, we have hundreds of thousands of leads, and your part is to choose what you want to buy and sell. So this is, for example, the most basic version of Nepeto. So we tell you, go buy this one from AGB, sell it on Amazon. The cost will be $3. The sale price will be $9.50, and you're gonna get 30% ROI and 52 cents. On the top here, you can filter by anything you'd like. For example, ROI to be at least 40%. I click save, and in a matter of seconds, Nepeto will tell me all the opportunities. So I'm gonna buy this for $60, sell for 140. I'm gonna get $50 profit, 83% ROI. And like this, I have a lot of opportunities. My job is to click on the estimated monthly sales, historical data and such, look at the Keepa chart and make my decision. So this is in general what Nepeto offers. Because Nepeto has hundreds of thousands of potential deals, we have multiple options to source and find those. So we have the online arbitrage retailers, which is the section that I just showed you. We have the live search, which allows you to search websites live by providing a URL. We have the storefront scanner, which allows you to scan someone else's storefront, and Nepeto will tell you where you can buy their leads from. We have the out of stock section, be the only seller, that shows you products that nobody currently sell it on Amazon. So you can go ahead and be the only seller and you can set the price that you'd like to sell it for. We have the master search, which allows you to use KPF to find leads. We have Amazon to Amazon flips, the CSV scanner, and much more. First of all, I want to send here in the chat a link to other recordings that usually focus on the KPF. Because personally, in my opinion, the KPF, the Nepeto Master Search, is the fastest way to find your daily leads. So I'm gonna send over now here in the chat my Facebook post that I have a lot of recordings of me doing live sourcing in this section. So first of all, I just sent in the chat a list of recordings that I use the Nepeto Master Search. But today I want to focus on some different approach. We also have in our YouTube channel, if you will go to our YouTube channel, you can see our last webinar that I used the Nepeto Master Search. But today I want to focus on the Amazon to Amazon flips, the out of stock section, and the CSV scanner. Those three. Someone wants to ask any question about Nepeto or just in general before we start? Okay. So I will click on the out of stock section and let's see what Nepeto shows us in the out of stock section. So now Nepeto will give me all the products that are currently out of stock on Amazon. As you can see, this product went out of stock in the 23rd, and the 23 in January. And you can see everything here is currently out of stock. For example, this one went out of stock today. And you can see all those opportunities that nobody currently sell them, and you can buy them for this cost under the price column. So you can see for this example, you can buy it for 87, you can buy it for $4, and such. Now, my job is to understand, first of all, if it sells fast, and second, if I will buy it at the current cost, if I will be able to make profit. So instead of manually looking at all the list price and do my calculation, Nepeto tells me what was my list ROI. The list ROI means if I'm going to buy it at the current cost and I'm going to sell it for the list price that anyone sold it, this will be my ROI. So this is the ROI column right here. And as you can see, for example, if I will buy it for $4 and I will sell it for the list price that this product sold for, I'm gonna make 108% ROI. If I will go here and I will set, let's say 180 days, you can see that the last sell price was $16 in the beginning of January or at the end of December. You can see here that the last price was 16. And if I'm gonna buy it for $4, I'm gonna make 108% ROI. Now, because Nepeto already calculates for me the ROI, I need to check if the product is sold or not. So this is why we have here the BSR drops. BSR drops for 30 days and for 90 days. In my opinion, if a product has, let's say, at least 10 to 20 BSR drops, it's good enough for me to do a test buy and buy my 5 units and see how it really sells. So in this example, we have 0 BSR drops, and we also can see here in the chart that the BSR always goes up. Here, it went down a little bit, but it's not enough for me. So I want to make sure that the product that I will see in the table will have sales. So how can I do it fast? I can go to the top and set the BSR right here, the sales rank number, to be top 100,000. Now it will filter out all the products that the sales rank is higher than 100,000. So now we see stuff that sells some units. Now let's wait that it will load. All the ROI, all the list ROI. Again, the list ROI is calculated by the current sale price, the current cost, and the list sale price. Let's see, we have a green. But I see 0 BSR drops, so I will skip this. Usually when I source in the out of stock section, I will not immediately ignore stuff that is not green because, for example, in this one, the last sell price was 23, but I can see that in the past, people sold it for 35. So this ROI is calculated by the 23, but because no one is selling it right now, nothing stops me to try to sell it at 35 like it was in the past. So personally, I am not only looking at the ROI, but let's try to do a fast run and see something that is interesting. So I usually recommend you to set the days right here to be 90, so you can see other prices than the last price, so you can compare it to historical data. Now let's see what we have here. First of all, I want to look at the BSR drops. I want to see if the product is selling, and then I see what else we have. In this case, I see 32 BSR drops. The highest cost, the highest sell price was around 40, which is not enough. I will go to the next one. Here we see last sell price was 40, but I can see that someone sold it for 50 in the past. 30 sales rank drops, which is amazing, but the cost is 50. This is why it's negative. We're gonna skip this. So I'm doing it very fast because I can see in the Keepa chart that the highest cost was 40 and the highest sell price was 40 and the cost is 44. So I'm just skipping stuff real quick. Skip, and let's see what we have here. Cost is $2. Last sell price was $9, which is a great ROI, but unfortunately, I don't think that this product sells well because it does not have any BSR drops. But I cannot see any BSR history as well. Maybe it's something with Keepa. So it may be interesting, but currently I just skip this because I want to find something that is perfect. All right, this is a $10 cost. I can see that the last sell price was 15 and something, 15, 50 cents, something like that. You can see here at this point. And if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get 8% ROI, but currently no one is selling this. So I can try to sell it at 17, 18, and closer to 20 because in the past people sold it for this price, and I see that there are a lot of sales and drops, which means that if I'm gonna be the only seller here, I can make 4 to 5, I think, bucks profit. Now I can open Amazon and I can use Nepeto's Chrome extension and see how much profit I will make. So the cost price is $10.99. I will try to sell it for, let's say, 18, but nothing stops me to raise the price slowly, like you see here, that this seller raised the price slowly. Nothing stops me to try to raise the price because there is no competition. So let's say the cost is $10.99, and I'm gonna try to sell it for 20. This is not enough ROI and profit for me. So unless I will raise it immediately, it's not good. Also, I set here more fees than I have on my Nepeto account. So make sure that your fees settings on the Chrome extension and on your Nepeto account are the same. All the inbound shipping, all the costs, the sales tax, everything. So this one is a skip because I don't have enough margin here, even if I will sell it for 20. I can try eventually to try to sell it for a little bit more, but it will take me time. Maybe I will save it to my favorite and check it later, but it's a no for now. This one I can see, my cost is 49, last sell price was almost 95, 8 BSR drops, it's not enough, and also I'm gated on this. Skip. This is how I run on the out of stock section. You run real quick, you go next, 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 next. But if you find a lead here, it's a winning lead because you have no competition and you can set the price. And if it sells very well, you can raise the price slowly because you have no competition. This is why the out of stock section is so brilliant. So here the cost is 12 bucks. The last sell price was almost 34, which is a great ROI. I am ungated on this, but I cannot see any BSR history. I cannot see the BSR, I cannot see BSR drops. If you're willing to do a deep dive into this product and see reviews and such and offer count history, you can go for it. Now I will skip those. I want to find a perfect example for you, but it may be an interesting one. Let's see this example. I'm gonna buy it for $3.99. There are 13 BSR drops, which is great. I can see that the sale price is something weird. This sale price that you see here, the sale price in story, is the above the buy box pattern. If you want to learn about the above the buy box pattern, you can watch the recording that I sent you at the beginning. It's in the Facebook community. But let's focus on the out of stock and not focus on the above the buy box. Anyway, I can see that the highest sale price was around the $9. And if I'm gonna buy it for 4 and sell at 9, it can be a good lead. Again, I have no competition here. Nothing stops me to try to raise the price to 10 and such. This is the above the buy box. If you want to learn about it, you can watch the recordings. Let's see something else that is really cool. Now I'm going through all of them real quick just to find you a perfect example. There we go. The cost price is $5, 51 BSR drops. Last sell price was more than 15 bucks, which gives me 80% ROI. Awesome, this is a great one. I need to get approved to sell on this. If you're ungated, go for it. Let's see another example. 53 BSR drops, which is amazing. I can see that my cost is $5, but the last sell price is 10 bucks. However, you can see that before this sell cost, it was almost 20 bucks, which is a different story if I'm gonna sell it for 20 bucks and not 10. So if I'm gonna sell it for 20, I will have a much higher ROI. And I can sell it for 20, or at least do my test buy and try to sell it for 20 because I have no competition. And I am ungated on this. So this one is a great one to test out. I will buy my 3 to 5 units, try to sell it for 20, and see how it goes. Let's see what else we have here. By the way, if you want a specific price range, you can set it on the top. You can scroll to the top. Let's say that I want that my price will be at least $15 to, let's say, 40. And I can do this also. Now, every time it will show us, I will get new leads, which is amazing. Now let's see what we have here. I'm looking at the BSR drops, 18. I don't see any less price here, 25. It's not good enough. Let's move forward. This can be interesting. I think it will sell 5 to 10 units a month just by the BSR. And I'm gonna have a nice ROI here. I'm gonna sell it for 50 and not 47, but it's not a fast selling product. So you will probably get eventually like uh, $5 to $10 profit, $5 to $7 profit each. It's a great one to test out, but it's not something that is sells very fast. So we will skip this one. I'm just looking at the BSR drops and I try to find something with the high BSR drops. When you see that is like you see these reddish letters, it means that is a subcategory. It also means that Keepa does not have any information about sales rank on this product. So these products may sell very well. I need to check other factors than the BSR. So for example, I can check offer count history. I can check the price movements. I can check reviews. But it's not a perfect lead because we don't have enough information. So we already found 2 to 3 leads, if I remember correct, that we have high BSR drops, high ROI, and no competition, of course, because it's the out of stock section. Let's see question in the chat. It might be an obvious question to some, but I found interesting you are able to tell approximately how many items it sells per month by seeing the BSR drops. How do you know that? So, BSR drops, we can assume that BSR drops means sales, but we cannot assume how many sales. So my personal approach to BSR drops is when I see 5 BSR drops, for example, 5. So I can at least assume that there are at least 5 sales a month. It's not a exact science because we do not know how exactly Amazon calculates their BSR, but I can assume that if I see 20 BSR drops and I see that the offer count is moving really fast, so sellers selling and getting in stock and out of stock, I can assume that if I will buy 5 units, I will sell them out. So if I see a nice amount of BSR drops, I will try to buy in this, for example, this 18 BSR drops. I can do my test buy with 5 units. I know that eventually I will sell those 5 units. And you also can see the offer count moving. In the out of stock section, it's harder to see the offer count moving because usually those products, uh, people getting hard to find those opportunities. This is why it's out of stock. You will also see that all the time it's out of stock, in stock, out of stock, in stock. So I cannot say look at the offer count, but you can look at the reviews. If the reviews goes up, it means that it's good. But if I see 18 BSR drops, I will do my five units test buy. You're welcome. So let's see what we have here. So this one is nice, $40 cost. The last sell price was almost 60. You can try to sell it for 65. It's not a perfect ROI, but if you are ungated and it sells fast, you can try to test it out. I will personally skip this. We have here one that looks great. I'm gated, so let's skip. In the out of stock section, I will move real quick because there are a lot of opportunities. And I know that once I find one that looks perfect, it will be amazing. So I don't want to be delayed on specific example. I'll just move fast. First of all, here I see that I'm gated, so it's a skip. I see no BSR drops, it's a skip. I will try also to see quickly, maybe the ROI is calculated by lower price. So if someone sold it here, maybe if I will sell it for 40, it will be profitable. So I also try to look at this, but when I see green, I will stop. In this example, one BSR drops and I'm gated. So skip. This one is interesting. Buy cost 20 bucks. I can try to sell it for 33, 34. I have 53 BSR drops a month. I can even try to sell it for a little bit higher. But this one is risky because you see that people are dominating at 20 bucks. So if we compare this one to the previous leads that we found, this one is not as good as the previous one. Let's see what else we have. Let's go to page 2. If I want to get rid of those red subcategories, I can set the BSR number to be from 10,000 or even 15,000. Let's do 10,000. So I get rid of those subcategory items. In the main retail section, we added a checkbox that says filter out subcategories. We will add it to the out of stock as well. But currently just set 10,000 to 100 and then it will be filtered out. All right, let's see if we have something interesting here. I can also choose a category. You know what? Let's choose a category. Let's choose groceries, tools, pet, toys, and let's start with this. Let's see what we have here. I will do also home and kitchen. This category in the tools, I know that a lot of stuff are ungated for everyone. So I want to show you something that if you are even a new seller, you will be able to sell. Right? Something that is amazing with Nepeto, every time I set a search, I get a lot of results. It saves me a lot of time, a lot of manual sourcing. Yes, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. Good morning. Now that you mentioned about the ungating part, I think as a this might be obvious, but not so obvious for me since I'm new to all this. I when I just purchased the software, it would tell me that I needed to sign in for my Amazon FBA account. So I tried, but it told me that since I'm not in a professional account, I couldn't sign in, but it's still I closed the tab and it still shows me products. My punctual question is like, is it showing me because it's very limited the amount of products that it shows me with the filters and everything. I see that you have like a very long list of products, but it doesn't show me as many even with no filters. And I think I wonder if it's because I'm not signed in on the FBA account because I as I said it told me to switch to professional, which I wasn't willing to do. I just want to have a look on the software before doing that. So I wonder if like the proficiency and efficiency of the software is not as good when I'm not signing on my FBA account.
So the goal for the signing in is that you will be able to see quickly if you are gated or not on listings. The only use case we have for the login is this icon, which green means that you are ungated, that you can sell the product. Red means that you cannot sell the product. And orange means that you need to get approved. This is the only use case that we do once you log in. Everything else is the same, rather if you are logging in or not. But I really recommend you to log in because imagine that you found a perfect lead and then you cannot sell it. So it will save you a lot of time because I can see immediately if I'm able to sell it or not.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, so let's see this one. The cost is 15, 56 BSR drops. Less sale price was 34, 33, 50% ROI. I need to get approved. If you're ungated, that's an amazing lead. Amazing lead to do a test buy, of course. Every time, start with a test buy. Send 5, in this example, you can even send 7 units. Send the test buy, send the units, track and see how exactly fast they sell and how much profit you are making, and then do replan. Buy more 5 to 10 units, then buy 10 to 15, and then slowly raise the amount by the sales velocity. So something that we are working on to make this process also automated is the workspace. It's gonna be live very soon. The workspace gonna help you. Uh, 1 second. The workspace gonna help you do this, uh, do this tracking and test by and everything very automatically. Let me show you. So we are gonna have here the workspace, which will allow you to send a test by, and we will let you know how fast the unit sold, how much profit you made, and we will let you know once you need to buy more units. The workspace will give you everything you need for your sourcing process. It will be like an advanced online Excel sheet that connects to your Amazon account. It will be amazing. So it will be live soon, and I really recommend you to try it out. Anyway, this one is a great for a test buy. So this example, we have 13% ROI, 10 BSR drops, cost 36, last sell price was 53. I can try to sell it for a higher and do a test buy. Maybe I will get 20 to 30% ROI if I will try to sell it higher. It depends on the demand. The BSR drops are not very high, but if I will do a 3 units test buy for a higher price, it may be good. And in the worst case scenario, I will get 13% ROI. It's not the perfect one, but I can send over a test buy and see if I can sell it for higher than 54. And then I will have a better ROI. Let's see what else we have. This one is really interesting. It's the above the buy box chart. It's the above the buy box method. If you're interested on learning on this pattern, watch the recording that I sent you. Here is another above the buy box opportunity, but just watch the recording if you'd like to learn. Let's see. We already found like 4 leads from the out of stock in like 20 minutes that are good for a test buy. Let's find another one and then move forward to the A2A, and then we will do some CSV scanner together. Let's wait until it loads. There is another above the buy box. It's a really interesting method. Also, I'm doing it almost every webinar just to show the concept, but today I want to focus on something different, so you're welcome to join another webinar. There we go, 51 BSR drops, $20, it's the cost. Last sell price was almost 60. I can see that someone in the past sold it for 17 something. So I will be able to try to sell it for 17 something. This is an amazing example. I'm also ungated on this. The only thing that I'm worried about is the size of this product. I don't know if it's big or small. Let's open this and see the weight. Let's see if we have here the weight. No. Let's open the Amazon one. Let's see what we have here. I think it's also a different color. Yeah, so this is a mismatch. By the way, if you see mismatch on Nepeto, you can report it right here. And if you find 50 mismatches on Nepeto that you report to us, you will get a free subscription. So when I find the mismatch, first of all, I will report it because I'm gonna get a free subscription. And then I will not immediately skip because maybe it's a mismatch, but maybe there is a potential here. Let's do a rabbit trading. Let's see how much I can find it for and see what we got here. So I'm gonna click on the Google icon right here. Hey, first of all, let me check the weight. Let's see if it's heavy. Let's see if it's small. I think it's small, yeah? Ah, yeah. No problem at all. It's not heavy one. I can see here. Yeah, nice. So now I'm gonna open this and I will search. There we go. We have this on Walmart. And it's not the exact one, but then you check how much it costed Walmart. You see maybe there it's profitable. Let me click on load leads. It's like a Google search. So I can try to buy it from Walmart, from all the other sources here. I just need to find the exact product. And if it's profitable, I can go ahead and buy it from there. On the other hand, I can open the Five Below lid and I can search on Amazon this specific variation. So I can do both ways. I can find the Amazon one and I can find the one that from the Five Below. So I can just now search for this and let's see what we have. I cannot find one real quick, but it's really interesting to do now a reverse sourcing. Then I can open the variations and check maybe there are other variations. Let me open again the Amazon one. Let's see, we have your variations. Oh, maybe it was here and I missed it. No, I don't think it was here. But anyway, let's open the Seoul variation and see. Maybe we have something here that sells a lot. There we go. We have 300 sales a month verified by Amazon and variation specific. So I know that this one is very good. And by the way, it's the correct one that I'm looking at. Also, I have this one which says 50 plus. It may be good as well. This one 50 plus, this one 50 plus, this one 50 plus. It's a very good product. If I can sell it, and I can see here that I am approved, let's try to find a source for this ASIN and for the other variations. Because everything that is green here, I know that it sells 50 plus a month because it's verified by Amazon. So it's great. Now I will open each one of them in a new page and I will start do reverse sourcing. I will search for this on Google and I'll try to find if I can find it somewhere else that I can sell it, can buy it for cheap, like I just found on Five Below. This one even sells for 60. So if I'm able to buy it for 20, it's amazing. And also you can see here that in the past, it was sold for 60, this variation as well. So rabbit trailing is a very important part. Don't skip something that is mismatch or something that is not perfect immediately. Try to do rabbit trailing. Now I just scrolling fast because we are in a webinar and live and I want to find, I already found 4 to 5 leads, but I want to find as much as I can in 20 minutes. But in general, don't skip something that may be a gold. This has an amazing potential because I know that on Five Below I can buy this specific variation for $20. And I know that the sale price is around the 60. So try to do a variation, a reverse sourcing, then try to search for variations. Uh, or I'm ungated on this, so it can be an amazing opportunity. Let's see, this one was sold in the past for 60 and something, and the last sale price was 40. So this is why the ROI is negative, but maybe if I would try to sell it for 65, it will be profitable. So I will open my Amazon and I will do my calculation. This is why I'm not skipping immediately stuff that are not green. So this is the out of stock section. This is general. This in general, this is the approach that I'm using the out of stock section. It requires more calculations and more rabbit trailing than the master search that I usually do, because on the master search I get more specific scenarios than here. But if you have more than 30 minutes to spend on sourcing today, so on the out of stock section and in general on the retail section, you have more opportunities than the master search. If you are short on time today, go ahead and use the master search. This is my opinion. Everyone has a different opinion on how to use the sections. This is my personal opinion. So this was the out of stock section. It's really amazing. Everything here can be a great opportunity. It just depends on the historical data and the cost. And now let's jump into the Amazon to Amazon flips and then the CSV scanner. Anyone wants to ask me any question before I move to the Amazon to Amazon flips? All right. So the Amazon to Amazon flips goes this way. You're gonna buy from Amazon when they drop the price, and then you're gonna resell the product when the price goes back up. So why Amazon will drop the price, like we see here? In this example, Amazon usually sell for 150, then they drop the price to 100. What is the reason for them to drop the price? So usually it comes from two reasons. One, they have excess inventory and they want to get rid of their inventory. This is reason number one. And the second reason is that other retailer dropped the price and they need to match their sale price. So for example, let's say Kohl's or Lowe's drop the price from 150 to 100, Amazon will match the price with them. This is the reason why we see a stable chart and then a sudden drop. It can be one of those two reasons, or maybe a third reason that I'm not aware of. But this is the two reasons that I'm aware of, and usually it's good to know why they drop the price. So for example, if this lead is perfect for me, and I will buy from Amazon their units at 100, and then I will sell it later for 150, but unfortunately, Amazon only has 5 units. So I'm gonna buy those 5 units and then sell it for 150. It will not be enough. I want to make more money from this lead. So knowing that maybe the reason that they drop the price is because other retailers drop the price as well, I'm gonna do a reverse sourcing and see which retailer dropped the price. So I will buy more units from them. So I will buy 5 units from Amazon and I will buy another unit from, let's say, Kohl's. And then I will sell all of them for 150. So in general, this is the approach for A2A flips. And now I will show you how I source the A2A flips. If someone wants then to ask any question, you can feel free to go in. You can write in the chat, unmute yourself and speak. That's fine. Well, so the filters that I will do on the Amazon flips, it's the next filters. First of all, I will set the BSR drops for the 30 days to be at least 20. I want to make sure that the product is selling fast. Now I will set the ROI to be at least, let's say 30. Now I'm going to click Save. Just in general, the ROI is calculated by these parameters. The cost is the current price. That if Amazon dropped from 150 to 100, 100 is the cost. This is the now price. This is the cost. The sale price will be the average price for 30 days. So if in the last 30 days it was sold for 150, so 150 will be my sale price. And after all the fees, the referral fees and the FBA cost, we give you the ROI and the profit. So this is how we calculate the ROI and profit. By the way, this live is recorded, so if you want to watch it offline, I will send the recording in the email and in the Discord and in the Facebook community. Awesome. So after I set my filters, I'm gonna do something that is really important. I'm going to click on the Keepa chart and I'm gonna set it to be 90 days. So I can see maybe they only dropped they dropped the price now, but let's say 30 days ago, the price was low as well all the time. So I don't want to buy something that has a risk that I will not be able to sell it for a higher price. So I want to set it to be 90 days so I can see at least 90 days on the historical data. Now I will scroll through all the Keepa charts and I will try to find a, a price, a chart that is somehow stable, and then we have a sudden drop. This is what I will try to find. This one is no good because you see it's not very stable. This one is not good as well. This one may be interesting because you can see that in the last 90 days, it was 65 to 70, like you can see here. And now they dropped the price to 32 bucks. So the cost will be 32. I assume that the sell price will be around the 65 because it's the average. So after this, I will make 15 bucks profit, which is 50% ROI. And I am also ungated on this. So I am ungated on this. I'm gonna buy it for 32. I will wait until Amazon will go out of stock, and then I will try to sell it for 65. And I also know that I will be able to sell units because it has 23 BSR drops. So my checklist is a stable price with a price drop. This is a check. The second check is that I have at least 23 BSR, at least 20 BSR drops. This is another check. And now I see that I have enough profit and ROI. This is, and I am ungated on this, of course. This is a great lead right here. This one is no good because I see that there is a sudden drop. It was a big drop, and if it will be here again, I will lose my money. But it's a risk that maybe I'm willing to take because I can see that it was only for a few days, and all the 90 days was at 175. I'm also ungated on this. And there are 31 BSR drops in the last 30 days. So if you are willing to take the risk that the price will drop here, that's great. But I see in the historical data that in the last 90 days, it only was for a few days. So if it comes back to this price, I will only wait a few days and then I will be able to sell it again for 175. So my cost will be 108. Let's assume that I will sell it for 175 and not 180, like the average for 30 days. I will make a great profit. So, and I am ungated on this. So it can be a great opportunity as well. Just be aware that there is a chance that it will get to this price. In this case, you will need to wait a few days and then sell it again for 175. Let's find another good chart. This one is a skip because you see that the price was too low. Even if it was for a few days, I see that it happened here, and it was too low, so I cannot even break even at this point. So this one is a skip. The previous one, the price was not too low. It was like uh, something around the $50, and I will not break even, but it was only once and it was for a few days. So this one, personally, I will take the risk, but here I will not take it. If I will also just try to open it for more days, you will see that it happens a lot. And here I assume that it's not happening for a lot. Let's see. Yeah, as I assumed, the price was stable across 180 days. Not 90, 180, which is better. Let's see what else we have here. This is an interesting one. The average was 36, the cost is 15, and I will have $9 profit. Now they dropped the price now here. I can see in the past that it was even sold for 47. If I will be able to sell it for 47, it is amazing. But I can see here that in the worst case scenario, I will need to sell it for 30. So that means that in the worst case scenario, I will have $3 profit, which is around the 20% ROI. It's not great, but if I will be able to sell it for 47, like we see here, it will be amazing. And it only depends on the amount of stock that Amazon has. If Amazon will go out of stock here, and now I will be able to sell it for whatever I want, I can try to sell it for 47. This one is more risky, but I'm ungated. I see 41 BSR drops. Personally, I will try to go for it because if it's good, I can make a lot of money. If I will buy 10 units, it's $90 profit for 36. If I will sell it for 47, I can make $180. The CSV scanner allows you to upload a catalog from your wholesale supplier, and Nepeto will let you know all the information that you need to decide what you want to buy for this supplier. So this is great mainly for wholesale. If you go to a wholesaler or a distributor and something like that, you ask them for a catalog, and then you're going to upload the catalog here, and we will do all the analysis that we need to do on the catalog. Uh, I cannot give you a list of wholesalers that will give you their catalog because it depends on you and the relationships that you develop with these wholesalers. In general, you need to go to conferences, you need to speak with distributors, you need to develop a network with them. And once you have a connection with them and you are able to buy units from them, and of course they are authorized to sell the brands, you can buy from them in bulk and then sell it on Amazon. So they will give you their catalog. For example, I will just show you an example catalog. So let's say that they gave you this catalog. This is for example, This is a list of barcodes that my supplier gave me, the link that I'm gonna buy from their website, the prices and how much stock they have. I'm gonna upload this catalog right here to Nepeto, and Nepeto will scan this catalog and will let me know how much profit I have, how much ROI I have, how many estimated sales, how much BSR drops, and it will let me know all the information that I need, and also if I'm getting or not, in matter of seconds. So once I have this amazing relationship with the distributor, I don't need to manually search for each item. I can just upload the catalog here and understand what I want to buy. I can filter by everything I need on the top. Right here I have all the filters. I can filter by estimated sales. I can filter by BSR drops, by ROI, everything here. And then I can go ahead and tell my suppliers what I want to buy from him. So if I see a positive ROI, positive profit, I see nice estimated sales, I will go ahead and tell him that I want to buy this product. This is in general the CSV scanner.